And we are back. You already know what it is. The one, the only. Back at it again. So, yo, we're going to talk about a game that just happened actually tonight. Raptors versus Boston Celtics. First and foremost, pretty entertaining game to say the least. That was a pretty good game. Like, honestly, that was a pretty good game. Yes, the Raptors did lose. Yes, we were defeated by the Boston Celtics, but we did come back from a 20 plus deficit to come back and actually almost win the game. We didn't win it, but we almost won it versus a really, really good team. Um, I like what I saw as far as the comeback goes. Didn't like how they finished at the end, but I will get into that. But it was a good comeback. Um, I believe the Boston Celtics are one of the better teams in the Eastern Conference, to say the least. I think I have them. I think they are personally. I have them going to the NBA Finals and probably winning the NBA Finals. I think they'll win the championship when it's all said and done. But that's a whole nother conversation for another date. But basically, the Toronto Raptors end up losing to Boston Celtics 120 to 118 after coming back from a 20-point deficit to go on to yeah, which is good. Kudos to the Raptors for that. They're able to come back. I like the fact that they're able to come back. Unfortunately, they weren't able to win the game, though. That's the problem. They weren't able to win the game. And at the end of the day, it's like, yo, you're judged off wins and losses. So that's basically how we judge teams over here. So, so the player of the game on the Raptors side was, we're looking at Scotty Barnes over here, 30 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks. Uh, Um, the Boston Celtics are the better team at the end of the day. So that's just what it is. And on the Boston Celtics side, it was Jaylen Brown with 31 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 0 steals, 0 blocks. Pretty almost very, very identical game to Scotty Barnes tonight. Like literally, I think the only thing that's different is Jalen had one more point and one more rebound or one more assist. Sorry, but then that's as far as it goes, and pretty close game. They pretty much they're pretty even out there on the stat sheet almost. But let's get right into it. So yeah, Pascal Siakam 40 minutes, 27 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Um 10 for 18 from the field goal, 55% from the field goal line, 5 for 8 from the free throw, plus minus 8. Pretty good game, Pascal. OG Anunoby 37 minutes, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, plus minus 4. Just got to up the ante on the points. Jakob Pearl 22 minutes, 12 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, plus minus 9. Scotty Barnes 38 minutes, 30 Well, I already got you with Scotty, but Scotty's plus minus was -3. Field goal 7 for 15 from the 3-point line. Field goal 10 for 24. Not really that efficient tonight. Not the best kind of efficiency. High volume shooting tonight from Scotty, but not really that efficient. All right. Yeah. So basically, at this point, he was virtually at like what 41% from the field goal. Not the best. Gary Trent 28 minutes, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, plus minus 10. Gary got to ante up the score. Dennis Schroeder, 34 minutes, 15 points, two rebounds, 9 assists, plus -2. And also Jalen McDaniels, he came in there with 14 minutes, 13 points. Pretty big game. He was pretty big, especially in that fourth quarter and the second half of the game. He came in, he gave some extra good minutes. And we'll wrap it up with what do you call it? Pressure Chua, 2 minutes, 0 points, 2 rebounds. And Chris Boucher, 6 minutes, 3 points, 3 rebounds. Yeah. So basically, that was the Raptors in a nutshell tonight. Like, but man, yo, bro, what's going on with Koloko? By the way, Christian Koloko, bro. They said this guy's been having respiratory issues, bro. Is he okay, man? Dude, it's been a long time. This guy's not played a single game this month. Every time I keep looking at the sheets, respiratory issues. It's like, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, man. So, yo, we'll get into it. Let's get right into this. All right. So I have been following up with the Raptors lately. Don't get it twisted. I've been watching the games. I just haven't been posting them. I will post the other games I did pass. So don't sleep on that. Those videos will be dropping as far as the games I did pass because I'm gonna give you those as well. But basically, we'll talk about the Celtics right now. Um, Overall, it was a good comeback, but still fell short. That was the issue. So they did come back, 20-point plus deficit, managed to pull back into the game. Boston was on them early. Boston has too many weapons. Boston didn't even have what's this guy's name over here? Didn't even have Kristaps Porzingis, or didn't even have what's this guy, the light skinned guy over here's name over here. What's his name? Flip, bro. What's the light skinned guy's name over here? Jason Tatum either. They didn't have none of those guys, and they're still able to handle their business and get us out of here. So at the end of the day, yo, the Boston Celtics are a tough team. We have to give credit where it's due. I did not have the Raptors winning this game at all. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, cool. You could put some money on this game or whatever and cover the spread and all that. But I'm talking about the wins loss. I had us losing this game, and we did do that. As far as the effort we put in, I like the fact they were able to hang with these guys. I like what I seen. I like the fact that we were able to come back from a steep loss. We were even leading at one point. Unfortunately, we couldn't. Once around that 2 minute mark, that's when the struggle started to happen. We're having issues closing out the game, and you could notice it. You saw it coming, and it just kind of weighed on us, and that was basically what happened. So we're not going to be able to beat teams like this if we can't close out games. These are type of games where it gets closed down to the wire, especially in that fourth when a few minutes left. This is where it gets close. You saw how it got really close. Um, of course, Dennis Schroeder did miss the free throw that could have potentially tied the game. You know what I mean? And then also basically of course, yeah, yeah, yes, what's his name over here? What's this guy's name? The point guard over here, the black guy. What's his name? Got this guy's name over here, bro. His face in my head, but I forgot his name. From the Boston Celtics here, Drew Holiday ended up missing the free throw as well. So it's kind of like, yo, there's a thin edge, there's a thin margin between things. And at the end of the day, it's kind of like, yo, this is just what happened. We gotta like really, really kind of get our stuff together and get our act together when it comes to down the wire. Because we didn't have anyone, like I said, we don't have any closers on this team. Like you could see, like Scotty Barnes fumbled the ball when it was time to he could either won the game or tie the game, and he ended up just fumbling the ball out of his hands, right? Which ended up taking the Boston Celtics back to the free throw line. If he had scored it, he rushed to the free. He's just We don't have no closers. These guys are not clutch players. Attacking the rack, you got to come in there. If you're gonna attack the rack, you got to go in there with the mindset of I'm gonna dunk on everybody in there, and I'm gonna get the foul. But he came in there kind of soft, not really taking off. You know what I mean? And then just kind of fumbling it. It fell out of his hand, slid out of his hand. He tried to get it at the basket, and it just by then it was too late, and it was just kind of like and then Pascal hitting the one, and then him getting to the free throw line again, hitting the one, missing the scoring the one free throw and then missing the other. It's kind of like you got to smack it at the rim and try to get the rebound yourself and put it back in instead of hoping that a defender can come in there and grab the rebound with like a second left on the game clock to, potentially win the game for us. You know what I mean? So these are things, or tie the game. You see what I'm saying? So these are things that we got to play out. These are sequences that do happen in game. When you play enough NBA, you watch enough basketball, you're going to see all this kind of stuff. It's bound to happen. So it's kind of like these are things that we got to fix. These are things that we have. These are issues that we're going to continue to face when we're going up against teams of this elk, closing out games. Yeah, we're still at the bottom of the game, the feeder. Yeah, we're at the thing. We're going to talk about all that later on in the year. I know it's holiday season. Everyone's right now preparing for the New Year, Christmas that just passed, the New Year. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I get it. People are really occupied. People got things they got to do. But NBA season is gonna fully kick off. We've got the whole college football, pro ball, or sorry, the bowl game situation. We got the NBA. Sorry, we got the NFL situation where they're coming to an end, very close. So then it's gonna be all basketball talk. So, but we got to start we got to figure out like there's a whole conversation about if it's time to blow it up or it's time to make some trades. We're gonna get into that later too. Honestly, I just wanted to address this whole Boston Celtics situation. I think the Raptors did all good. Credit they did have Jason Tatum and Kristaps Porzingis. They still are a very strong team. They're very good. Jaylen Brown was good. They have a lot of good players. What's it called? White. That guy was really good. He was really, really good. He was all over the court today. He was a guy that I seen a lot on the court. His impact was very huge. White from the Boston Celtics there. So it's kind of like we have a lot that we have to talk about. There's a lot that's going to happen. There has to be changes, and we're going to get into that soon. But as of right now, we did lose the game. I'm not going to go on to a ramble because we do have the next game versus the Detroit Pistons. This is a game that we have to win because what's happening now is the Detroit Pistons right now is basically, for those who don't know, who've been sleeping under a rock, don't know that the Detroit Pistons right now are on like a 28 game losing streak. They've lost 28 games in a row. So they're like the worst team in the NBA. They lost to the Celtics. Celtics ended up beating them. Um, we can't have Detroit beat their record against us. We're going to Michigan on the 30th. Which is the 30th is it the 30th? Is it tomorrow? Hold up, give me a second. Oh no, yeah, is it tomorrow? Give me a second. I think we played them tomorrow actually. Give me a second. Yeah, okay, so sorry, we don't play them tomorrow. We play them on the 1st, January 1st. No, 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 sorry, hold up. We played them tomorrow actually. My bad, the 30th. Yeah, I'm right. So yeah, we do play them on the 30th. Yeah, so we have a back-to-back game. We got to get these guys out of here. Bro, there is no way in hell Detroit Pistons is going to set the record on our asses. No way in hell. Saturday night game, 6 p.m. start. We have to get Detroit out of here. Like we have to beat this team. We don't want Detroit to beat the record on us. This is probably the worst. This is the worst team in NBA history as far as team goes, team concept. They got a lot of good pieces. There's a whole nother conversation with that, honestly, with the Monty Williams and the team there, the players they have there. A lot of these guys are like first round picks, second round picks, high draft picks that are just literally flamed out and they're just terrible. They suck. They're probably gonna have to like they're gonna have to blow it up with this team. They can't keep these guys here anymore. And a lot of these guys are gonna have to probably start prepping for whatever they have to do. They might not even be in the NBA soon. But the Raptors, we have to get these guys out of here. We got to really get these guys out of here. And it's no excuses. I don't want to come back tomorrow with this story about how Detroit Pistons finally beat the record and they finally were able to get. No, it has to go. We can't let these guys beat us. We have to stomp on their heads very quickly and very aggressively, which I believe we will do. We shouldn't have any problem beating this team. This isn't a team that's any challenge. But I'm looking forward to keys to beating the Detroit Pistons. Hard work, playing defense, spanking on them, um just putting our game in there, hitting our shots, attacking the rack, getting to the free throw line, making sure these guys get into foul trouble and be able to just get these guys out of here, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like we have to start preparing for that, you know what I mean? Tomorrow we don't have no excuses. We have a game. We got to hurry up and get to Detroit right now because we're going to be leaving what's it called? Boston, head straight to Detroit and get these guys out of here. So we got to just get on these guys really quickly. Get them to 29-0 and then 30-0. And then whoever else they beat the record on, they could beat the record on. If they don't win a game, they don't win a game. I don't really care, to be honest with you. But at the same time, let's try to get these guys to 29-0 ASAP. Or 2-29, sorry, 2-29 ASAP. And let's be the ones to do it. Honestly, it is what it is. So listen, anyways, thank you guys. Salute. I'm out of here. We'll be back tomorrow. We got the Detroit Pistons tomorrow. Peace.